Today I want to start the top end assembly, but I came over here and I remember when I gave those cylinders to Brian, one of these little locating collars was in the cylinder and it fell out when he bored the cylinders. It did come back as a loose part and it was on my workbench for the longest time, but then I decided to do a deep clean on my workbench. I know I wouldn't have thrown it away, but I can't find that thing. But then I remembered a junk engine I have sitting over there, and guess what? This thing was loose and I was able to wiggle it out. Yes. So, I'm in business. I've got another little setback. This part's not painted, so I'm going to have to go paint it, and then I'll probably polish this. This needs to be polished. That won't stop me from assembling these things. These need to be polished also. Need a little touch-up in this one, but that's going to have to happen after assembly. So I'll go sand and polish these parts and get that one painted. That little problem is solved. That dude's polished. This is painted and polished, and both sides of the head are polished. Power valve assembly. We have this one and this one. 4 new O-rings, 3 new oil seals. The manual says to put a little bit of this grease on the threads of the screws that hold the power valves together. Might as well put the little clip on here. I have the pins aligned in there. I wasn't able to just pull. Oh, there it went. I put the wrong screw in here. I need these panhead screws for in here. I tried to put this guy on and it hits these socket head cap screws. They're too tall. So you have to be careful of that. Now this guy will spin and it clears those panhead screws in there. This is the left side cylinder, and I need to install this pulley. This has this kind of semi-oval with the flats on it. This part mates up to it, and it goes on just like that. When you put the engine in the motorcycle and you go to adjust these cables, you're going to pin this like so, and then adjust your cables, and you're all set, right? You're all set if your power valve is set like this. After you turn the ignition key, that is wide open. What would happen if your power valves were rotated 180 degrees and you installed the pulley, pinned this, and went about adjusting your cables? The power valves are now closed. They're 180 degrees out. They need to be open. When you're bench assembling this, make sure your power valves, can I do this one-handed, are open all the way, like so. now you can put this pulley on and secure it. I often wonder how many of these engines get the power valves assembled 180 degrees out, and then later on their bike doesn't run well. I'll bet quite a few of them. Moving on to the right side cylinder, power valve installation. Install the little clip. There's a groove here for that clip to seat into. I'm trying to get a close-up here. I don't know if you can see that pin in there. I put grease on these threads like the manual said. And tighten this guy up. Don't clamp vice grips onto these things. Don't. Please don't ever do that. Now this cover that I just painted yesterday, so I'm going to do my best not to wipe it out. Can I push down with these? Can probably just tighten it on there. How about this? And don't grab this side with pliers either, or you end up with this.